Did you take my notes, DJ?
Oh, yeah.
I had to write it down. The schedule has changed, but it's good news because there's more live streams happening. All right, here it is. Hot off the presses, y'all. Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. And then also on Monday and Thursdays, 2 p.m., 6 p.m., which is where we are now, and 8 p.m. Okay, so Monday through Thursday, 8 and 10 in the morning, and in the afternoon, 2, 6, and 8. Okay, Friday and Saturday, 10, 2, and 6. All right, so join us or just keep us going on. Just keep us in the background. You know, you never know when something wonderful might pop up on the screen. Also, there's a TikTok show every single day at 12:30 and 4:30, and of course, all times are Central Standard. DJ, are the TikTok shows just Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday, yes.
Okay, TikTok is Monday through Friday. So if you like to TikTok shop, then drop on in here at Shop LC for the TikTok live streams, Monday through Friday, 12:30 and then 4:30. And those are just an hour long, so it's a very short window. So make sure you're getting in on the TikTok deals. They're pretty amazing, actually. Okay, we are going to get you going with an absolutely amazing set of incredible things, and they're all going to be in the Tourmaline family, which is really wonderful. You know, we say, just sort of offhanded, we say, oh, Tourmaline is the stone of 1,000 colors. What does that actually mean? Well, if you think about it, you know, there's corundum, for example. You have, if it's red, it's a ruby, okay? If it's blue, it's a sapphire. But there are levels of color variation within the sapphire. But also in the sapphire family, there's a green, and it's almost always just green. There's an orange, and it's almost always just orange, or some shade there of orange, and yellow. And then there's pink as well. So you have pretty clear-cut parameters on what's what in the world of corundum, sapphires and rubies and all the other fancy colors that go along with that. But tourmaline, we say it's the stone of 1,000 colors because the nuance of color, the way the colors blend and sway and mix and match back and forth really produces some of the most astonishing colors in the world of gemstones. And we have a knack for bringing you the good ones here at Shop LC. So here's the way live stream works. It's a little bit different than TV shopping. When you see an item in the show, you're going to type in shop and then the item of that number, the show number. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. We start at 1 and go all the way down every single show. And then that link, and you type that in the chat below, you say shop 1, and then boom, the Shop LC website will send you back a link to that item. Now, you've not purchased it at that point. You're just saying, shop 1, show me the details. Okay, show me the details. And the website, the main website at Shop LC, will respond with lots and lots of details, including a full picture lookbook of all sorts of angles and different ways that you can look at and see the measurements and the size of each individual piece. Also a full explanation of how many stones and what they are and how much they weigh and also all sorts of great stuff. So if you're slightly interested or saying, show me more, the way to do that is to shop and then the number in the chat below. So thank you so much. Hey, Victoria, thank you for being out there. And remember, Victoria, if you're brand new to these shows, everything in the live stream show is 25% off. And DJ, am I correct? Everything today is going to be free shipping as well?
Should be, yeah.
Yes. So everything will be free shipping. Okay. And we're going to break down the price, what it should be at Shop LC. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you the payment breakdown. We're going to give you the savings breakdown, which is really great because you'll see very quickly that it's pretty easy to stack up some serious savings here at Shop LC. So let's get you started. Our very first item, Shop 1, is
Victoria on Instagram says hello.
Hey, Victoria. Good to see you out there. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're out there. And listen, also, before I do the first one, if you would like, follow, and share, that would be great. And also, if you're not a Shop LC family member yet, take a second and join. It's super easy. There are no annual dues. There's no subscription. There's nothing like that. But when we can show all of our suppliers and sources, mine owners and different wholesalers, that we're growing a growing audience, you guys are a force to be reckoned with as just a sheer block of shoppers. Okay. And I get it. I'm a shopper. I don't buy everything all the time, even though I secretly would like to. But that's the beautiful thing about Shop LC. We have a lot of things that are super affordable and just really rare and exotic and wonderful. But when you can help us grow the audience, I promise you one thing. We're going to keep bringing you these shows. They're going to be fierce. They're going to be awesome. And the more we grow the audience, both on the live stream and on the traditional web shopping and TV shopping side, the more we can bring you the bargains. So your family membership really does count. It's 100% free. You don't have to do anything. You're going to share your name, your address, your phone number, and a few little essential details. If you want to go ahead and add a shopping cart, that's fine. Everything is safe and secure on the website, so nothing to worry about there. But the bigger the audience grows, yeah, you've got that. What did Victoria say? I've shopped with Shop LC for years, but never have known. I can't, hold on. I gotta
know when you were on here, do you show jewelry?
Yeah, Victoria, we're going to show a lot of jewelry. A lot. And the thing about it too, Victoria, I have to move a little thing so I could see the messages. The thing about it is we're going to show you things and give you pricing that's not... It's just very special. Let me just say that, okay? It's very special. Very special. And remember, if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat below, and I promise I'll do my best to get back to you. All right. We're going to start off with certified and appraised. Yes, very vague. Very, very great. And we just did 2 hours of Indicolite Tourmaline a little bit earlier. But remember, Tourmaline is considered the son of 1,000 colors. And when you can get these beautiful deep forest greens, these rich sort of almost emeraldine greens, that's remarkable. Tourmaline is, hey, nice. I'm glad you have it on the phone. Actually, you can watch the live streams on your phone on the Shop LC app. So thank you, Victoria, for weighing in on that. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Now, when we talk about Indicolite, we didn't include this in the Indicolite show. And why would you think that we didn't do that? Remember, we talked about Indicolite and a name. It's all in a name, right? A rose by any other name. Indicolite is based on the word indigo, which is another word that means blue. And this one is not blue. That's why we didn't include it in the Indicolite show. This one is this beautiful, deep, sort of rich green. And the Santa Rosa mine has been producing some incredible green colors. You might look at this, and my first impression of that is really not green tourmaline. I mean, my first impression of that really and truly is, gosh, that's got to be a chrome diopside. But then you take another look back and you notice that there's some different nuances to the color. Tourmaline is a gemstone that can have a little bit of almost a silvery gray or a bronzy brown color, so it can have some interesting secondary colors, and that's why we say it's the stone of 1,000 colors. It's not like corundum where you've got blues and pinks and reds and greens. There's a certain flow to color that happens in tourmaline that just doesn't happen in any other gemstone out there. All right, let's get you down to the nitty gritty, and that is, all right, Becky Booker, how much am I going to save on that beautiful thing? Well, let's talk about that. Everything in the show is 25% off. So the price on this one today is $46.99. There's only one review, but it's a smoking hot 5-star review, so you can check that out. But $46.99, I'm going to take the prices, and just for the sake of doing the math, I'm going to calculate the savings for you every single time. So for the sake of $46.99.99, I'm going to round up a penny to simple math, $4,700. Okay, so let's talk about that. $4,700, and I'm using. Let's see. I'm going to use my calculator here. All right. $4,700. And by the way, the center stone is going to be 2.5 carats. Now, that's a significant size. And this is a very saturated color, very highly saturated on this. So you've got 4,700. And then let's multiply times 25%. So your savings, before we do anything, we're saving you $1,175. Huge. All right, huge. Then we're going to subtract that from the $4,700, which is where we would be if this were normally being presented on television. Brings us all the way down to $3,525. Then we're going to divide that by 5, because even at this luxury price point, excuse me, just had dinner. Even at this luxury price point, you still get a 25% discount. You still get 5. No questions asked, no qualifying, no interest, budget pays. Yeah, on all 5. So before the Shop LC live stream savings of 25%, your monthly payment was $940, your budget pay. Now it's gone down to $705, which is $235 that you save on every single budget pay. And let me read this little document to you, because this tells quite a story. Are you ready? This one is set in 950 platinum. The next step above 950 platinum is pure platinum. It doesn't get any more pure than that. You've got a free faceted stone. That means the gemstone cutter was given this unique individual crystal and said, okay, make it pretty, make it as big as you can, and make it as gorgeous as possible. Those two things. Save all that pretty weight as much as possible and give us an astonishingly gorgeous stone. All right. 2.51 carats. Quad A. Doesn't get any better than that. Eye clean. Excellent cut. And it's a beautiful cushion cut. Then you have 42 points of diamonds, VS, EF, and full cut. And by the way, I don't have the weight of the metal, but I'm guessing that it's at least 3 grams of very high quality 950 platinum. I mean, that is a stunner. There's no way around it. Now, here's the thing. We have half sizes available, but I have to give you, a little bit of warning. These are all super limited in stock. So you're going to get the appraisal and the grading report. And here's the bottom line. This is appraised at $10,500. And you're taking it home for 5 payments of $705. Yeah, $705. So we originally just did the Rhapsody Legacy cards, which gave you a little breakdown of the item. But now we've taken it to the next level because voice of the customer, many of you said, listen, could you just do an appraisal on it? I'd love to have a third-party appraisal. Here you go. That's what it is. Now, in some of the newer items, and some of the most recent items that we have for you at Shop LC, you'll be actually able to click a little link that says certificate, and you'll actually be able to see this. So I'm not sure if this is an option on this one or not. We also have Secure Shield available on every single item. And remember, every single item, interest-free when we're talking about budget pay. And I love that we have a 5-star review on this. I mean, estimated retail on this, even at Shop LC, is $4,700. And you're taking home for 5 payments of $705. That's remarkable. And you talk about colors of tourmaline. What makes tourmaline expensive is really the color, because they can be, if you talk to stone dealers, many of them will say, gosh, they can sometimes be a little muddy, or the colors are not sometimes they'll say the colors are not as crisp as they should be. But when you get a deep, rich color like this one, and you know that it's coming from the Santa Rosa mine, yeah, you want to scoop it up as much as possible. Another big benefit of this, my friends, is that when you lock it in today with that first budget pay, you have reserved that discount on every other budget pay. No interest, no credit check, no qualifying, and the appraisal report and the grading report comes right along with it. So yes, please, and thank you. Do not wait a single moment. This one is Shop 1. We're going to be moving on, but just type Shop 1 below. And remember, you're not buying it. You're just saying, I'm interested. Tell me more. Tell me more. It's like when you go to the restaurant and the server says, oh, we have some specials this evening. And you say, tell me more. You didn't order it. You're just looking for a little bit more information. And information is critical. When you're buying something in that category, you want to know that you're buying from somebody that stands behind you, somebody that's reputable, somebody that's got your back. That's important. And we love doing that for every single one of you out there. So thank you so much. All right, Victoria, thanks again for watching on your phone. You can watch the live streams on television. You can watch them on Facebook, Instagram. You can watch them at various times on TikTok. You can also catch us on YouTube as well. So, wherever we're meeting you, we love to have you out there. Now, I feel like people look at a piece like this, and I think you just say, oh, DJ, we got one more. We need to click one more thing up here. DJ's working behind the scenes. He's keeping everything afloat back there. Is there a way that I can do that or no? Or just does it just times out? Is that like when I've been watching Netflix for 4 hours and it turns off automatically?
Pretty much.
Okay, I got it then. Okay, I got it. I feel like when you see a silhouette like this, most people think, well, that's kind of a wedding band, And for sure, it can be that. But a band is a beautiful, simple, elegant design that looks good, whether it's for bridal or anything else. I mean, this is a spectacular piece on the thumb because it's got a thin silhouette, but it's built like a Mack truck. I mean, this thing is solid and sturdy and substantial. Now, it's 950 platinum, and you're going to notice right away that there's something very different about this, and it's all about the color, the color, the color. This one features the rarest of the rare when we're talking about tourmaline families. This has Paraíba tourmaline. That's those beautiful blue-green tourmalines that look like the ocean water in those tourist pictures that you see. I don't know the name of where it is, but there's a spot where the water is just absolutely, it looks like mouthwash. It looks like somebody just swimming in a whole big pond of scope blue mouthwash. It just looks so gorgeous. That's what these look like. And that's exactly when some people started saying back in the 80s, minty green, they were referencing those neon colors that a lot of mouthwashes have. This tourmaline has a little bit of copper in its structure, and that copper just has magical effects. I mean, it gives these tourmalines that beautiful, vibrant, sort of minty blue-green color that just is stunning. There's no other color like Paraíba blue. It's just really, really amazing. Now, this one is a Rhapsody piece, and we've got the appraisal card. Let's see. Okay. We don't have an appraisal, but we do have the Rhapsody Legacy card. And you know what? If you wanted to get an appraisal on this, I would say maybe talk to personal shoppers. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the protocol is there. 888-835-2237. But you'd be surprised what personal shoppers can do. Now, everyday shop LC price. And I'll tell you something. I presented this before on the Night Owl Show. And this is one that just sells like hotcakes. There's just you just can't imagine how beautiful this is. There's nothing like a Paraíba blue tourmaline. It doesn't look like blue topaz. It doesn't look like aquamarine. It really does not look like any other gemstone in the world of gemstones. It's got a unique color all on its own, and it's considered one of the rarest of the tourmaline family. All right, bottom line, this one weighs in. You have about 4.5 grams of platinum, and that will vary again depending on the size. Larger size, more platinum. Let me see how that goes. But it won't be much. It'll be like maybe half a gram here and there, so not a whole lot. Then you have 34 points, and that's going to be a combination of EF, VS diamonds, and Paraíba tourmaline. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It looks like you have 14 tourmalines and probably 16 diamonds. And you're going to notice in the mounting, it is going to say PT 950. There it is. And it's also going to say Rhapsody. Okay. You've got smooth edges all the way around. It's not a very wide band, but it still shows up. And at 34 points, I mean, let me just show you how comfortable this is. There's a dime just for a reference. You can see it's not a very wide piece. But boy, I'm telling you what, those tourmalines, they show up and they show out. They're nice. Now, let's talk about savings, okay? 1 5-star review on the web. If this is your first Paraíba tourmaline piece, ooh, hold on to your hat. It will probably not be your last one. They no longer show up in big sizes. I think this is a very smart use of size because it gives the everyday collector, the everyday connoisseur, to really own a dream stone. Okay, so start price on this one. We're saying at retail about $9,000. We're saying at Shop LC about $2,400. But let's talk about how low it can go. $2,400. 25% savings means you save $600. Okay, that's going to bring it down to $1,800, and we're going to divide that by 5. Okay, so your budget pay, nope, done. Okay, hold on. 2,400, 1,800 divided by 5. There we go. Not times, divided by. Your payment goes down to $360 a month. $360 a month for 5 months. Can you imagine what this would look like if you've purchased any of our lab-grown blue diamonds? Exquisite. I mean, truly gorgeous. This will stack, honestly, with anything you want to stack it with. Or if you're just going to wear this as a single piece, it would be absolutely fantastic. And don't put this aside and think this is only bridal. This is for anybody who loves a significant and strong band style ring because it's beautiful. Across the top, it's going to be about 2.5 millimeters, so super wearable. Across the back, just a little bit narrower. So it's really super comfortable. So it will fit. I've been playing around with this. It fits on my, I've shopping around with this one. It fits on my thumb. Nothing says I've made it like a platinum Paraíba tourmaline thumb ring, y'all. I mean, come on, that's amazing. Look at that. It's super easy. And even on a thumb, look how that profile is just so low. It just hugs every nook and cranny of your hand. And even though, trust me on this one, okay, even though this is 34 points, This will get noticed and noticed and noticed some more, because no matter where you wear it, gentlemen, if you wanted to put that on a pinky, I mean, that is boardroom bravo. That is just absolutely gorgeous. All right, the budget to pay on this is $360. So if you want to jump in on this one, just do it. Now, before the budget pay, just for reference, we were at $480. Right now, with the budget pay and the live stream 25% added to that, you're all the way down to $360, which is a $120 savings for every single budget pay. And even though the live stream price is only good for 48 hours, when you lock it in right now with your first budget pay, you have locked in that savings across the board on every single budget pay. So it's not just, okay, budget pay today and then everything else goes back to normal. No. It's all in. All in. Okay, all in. So this one is going to be Shop 2. Type it in the comments below. Hit send, and the Shop LC website will send you back the information. And there's a lot of photos. You can see a 360-degree view on this one as well, so you can turn it up and turn it down and just have some fun with that. And I really hope that you're at least thinking about it. I mean, this is a place where you come when you want beautiful pieces that have some different style. I mean, it's possible to look around and see so many pieces in today's world that all just look like the others. Oh, I've been there, done that, seen that. Yeah, I saw that over there. That looks the same. When you're ready to step up and step out and show a little style, give us a shot here at Shop LC. You will not be disappointed. Every single piece also has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so that happiness window is really important as well. And like I said before in the earlier show, we have one goal in life, and that is we just want to be your personal family jeweler. That's it. It seems like a big thing, but that's what we want to do, and we are absolutely convinced that we can do that and do it quite well. All right. Thank you all for joining us. If you have any questions, if you're just joining us and you want to go back and see previous shows, check out the live stream library at shoplc.com. I believe you can now review that on your phone as well. Let me know, Victoria. I'm pretty sure you can do that as well. Make sure you enter the Daily Delight sweepstakes. Somebody today is going to win an original, honest to goodness, legit Burberry scarf. It's really gorgeous. Many of you are already feeling a little chilly weather in the air. It warmed up to like a really chilly, I don't know, what is it, 96 today, 92? I was 60 something when we woke up, and that lasted about, 12 seconds. Lasted through scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of toast anyway. But the Burberry scarf is our Daily Delight giveaway today. Now there's a daily winner, and then there's a grand prize winner. The grand prize winner is going to take home an iPhone 15, and that's going to happen on October the 9th. When you enter once a day, you're automatically entered to win the daily prize and the grand prize. You can't beat it. Can't beat it. Okay, my friends, we are moving and grooving. Take a look at what we have lined up for you for Shop 3. Okay, Shop 3. And for all of you watching out there, if you haven't joined the Shop LC VIP Facebook page, well, yeah, you might want to check that out. It's just a really fun, sort of laid-back community online where people get together and, talk about jewelry and fun things. And I know I've seen people that come to Austin for our event Gem Fest, and they met online. They met online through the Facebook Shop LC VIP page and became really, fast friends. And it's a great way to meet other people with similar interests and just enjoy, just really, really enjoy. Okay. This one is also a Santa Rosa Tourmaline. Now, you have luxuriant lab-grown diamonds. Anytime you hear the word luxuriant, that tells you man-made diamonds. And I'm a huge fan, and I'll tell you why. Because dollar for dollar, I get it that some people just want earth-mined diamonds. That's okay. No problem with that. But when you're looking for a super budget-friendly alternative, I really think you should consider luxuriant diamonds. They give you, as a diamond consumer, and me, and I own them, they give us the opportunity to take the quality up a notch or two based on earth mine diamonds. They just cost less. That's the way to say it. They simply cost less money. But because the rough material starts out much more consistent, and there's no mining. There's no expensive mining. I mean, gosh, just go to YouTube and, search diamond mining and just look at the size of the equipment. And by the way, when that equipment rolls into those sites, it never rolls out. It's in there forever. Millions and millions of tons of ore of kimberlite have to be removed from the Earth's surface, and then it has to be processed, and then you have to find the rough diamond crystals. It's an incredibly complicated and ever more expensive process. Luxuriant diamonds sort of cut through all of that chatter. There's no real big infrastructure. It's very much a different process. I love them. I think there's a place in everybody's jewelry box for lab-grown diamonds and earth mine diamonds. And when it comes to accent stones around significant colored center stones, I think that luxuriant diamonds give you as a consumer to bring your diamond quality up just a little bit of a step. And listen, let me tell you something. I spent 6 months at GIA working on my in-house, graduate gemology diploma, and I earned that back in 1989. After I got that, I stayed on for about 2 years teaching people how to grade diamonds. So I'm very passionate about diamonds. I think they're one of the coolest minerals out there. Yeah. Most of the diamonds mined every year have nothing to do with jewelry. Most of it goes into commercial use. They're used as grinding compounds and finishing compounds. I mean, after all, they're a 10 on the Mohs scale. No, nothing else is harder than a diamond. But when it comes to something that gives you just so much visual, happiness. I hate to say happiness because it sounds so small, but they just are gorgeous pieces. They're just gorgeous materials. But when you look at these, and when you look at some in the stores and they're earth mine diamonds, sometimes you say, well, those are sort of commercial quality, which is kind of a nice way of saying they may look like little ice cubes, with the little crackles. They may look like icy white instead of this beautiful, transparent, sparkling white. And so I think dollar for dollar when it comes to especially accent stones, you just don't get better than luxuriant diamonds. Okay, the center stone. Now, this one is also certified and appraised, but this has got a different name on it. This one is actually set in 10 karat yellow gold, which makes it part of our Luxoro line. When you see Luxoro, you're going to be getting white gold or yellow gold, and it's going to be 10 karat. In some cases, it'll be 14, but that'll be all explained item by item. Now, the center stone is a carat 54, and it's got this deep, rich, again, almost sort of an emeraldine sort of green. The center stone is a AAA eye clean, excellent cut, and it's a beautiful elongated cushion cut. Remember, a tourmaline crystal grows in long, skinny pieces, almost like soda straws. So imagine what it's like to snip those up and make some kind of shapes out of them. It's really challenging. Then you have, oh my goodness, okay, you have full cut diamonds. They are SI, which means you're not going to see anything with the naked eye. And even if you're using a loop, you won't see very much either. And they're probably going to be, I'm going to guess like probably G color. So they face up beautiful white. They do exactly what you want a diamond to do. They dazzle, they razzle, they dazzle, they twinkle, they sparkle. So half a carat of diamonds and then a carat 54 on that tourmaline. Now, that gives you 2.03 carats total, and they're set in 10 karat yellow gold. Let's talk dollars. Let's talk common sense. Oh, by the way, the appraisal is $4,600. Yeah, baby. The appraisal is $4,600. Okay, let's round up to $2,000. And if we take 25% off of that, that's going to save you $1,000, right? Let's see, nope, it's going to save you $500. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Yep, it's going to save you $500. So that takes it down to $1,500. Divided by 5 is a $300 budget pay on a once-in-a-lifetime piece. And 10 karat, most of the gold that I buy is 10 karat. And why? Because, honestly, I'm a pretty tough cookie when it comes to my jewelry. I want things that are going to wear well and wear for the long time. Tourmaline fits into that profile as well because there's 7.5 on the Mohs scale. And take a look at that color one more time. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, you've got 5 payments of $300, but you also have an appraised value. You also have an appraised value of $4,500. So you're talking about an appraisal. DJ, is that showing up all right or no?
Yeah, that looks good.
Can you read the numbers?
Kind of.
Ish. Okay. I wish I had a way of showing that to you. It appraises at $4,600. $4,600. Okay, $4,600. And again, this is a third party separate from GIA appraisal. Best thing I can tell you, make that first payment of $300. Get it home. That locks in the savings, the live stream savings, locks in your 30-day review period, and locks in the lower price on the budget pay. The budget pay will go from $400 to $300 on every single payment if you go ahead and lock this in within the next 48 hours. Now, we've got 3 sizes, 7, 8, and 9, and I'll tell you, we don't have a lot of those. So you're looking at, Very limited quantities and opportunities in the live stream shows. And speaking of live streams, remember the schedule now has changed. So Monday through Thursday, 5 shows every day, 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., and then 3 in the afternoon, 1 at 2, 1 at 6, and 1 at 8. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have a show at 10, a show at 2, and a show at 6. And then Monday through Friday, we do an hour for the TikTok crowd, starting at 12:30 and also at 4:30. All of those times are Central Time. And if you miss a certain show, remember the live stream library is waiting right there for you. You can access that on the main website, or you can get to it on the app on your phone as well. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, you'll be spoiled. You'll be spoiled completely rotten. And you can get the app. It's Android and iOS friendly. It's right there in the App Store and it's free. So download that app and have some fun shopping and saving with us here at Shop LC. If there's something specific you're looking for, or you're interested in maybe building a custom piece of jewelry, this is the time of year when those are ideas that kind of float around in the mind sometimes. The personal shopping team is your place to go. 888-835-2237. You have a question, you need clarification on something, you have a different sort of option for getting everything paid. Talk to them and see, let them help you. That's what they do. They are solution finders and answer makers, and I love that. I love it. All right, thank you all for joining me. My name is Becky Booker. I've been a host here for a long, long time. I'm a graduate gemologist. I'm a little crazy. I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I'm an auntie. I'm a grandma. I'm a daughter. I'm a neighbor. I'm all those things. And I'm a graduate gemologist who just loves to play around and just be part of the process of getting these beautiful pieces home. Because you know what? We're very blessed to be in a business that allows us to sort of ride on the coattails of everybody out there that's celebrating something. Whether it's just you celebrating you, that's okay. I mean, these are beautiful pieces that, hopefully they live up to our motto of delivering joy. Now, when it comes to blush tourmaline, this one is going to be hard to put your finger on, because for a gemstone that can be sometimes a little bit moody in the color scheme, these are so gorgeous. And I'll just tell you, if you're a gal or a guy who loves Maripino Morganite, you have to own this stone. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be a little pinker. It's going to have a little bit more of a pinkish tint than Maripino Morganite, but it still has that beautiful sort of pinky golden color or pinky bronzy color. It's just really remarkable. Now, very different silhouettes. Okay, so the pattern is classic pattern, center stone, halo. But do you see what our design team has done for you? Look at this. You have a significant center stone, and then you have the sisters, which are the same stone, and these are big ovals, y'all, to be around the center. And then in addition to that, you have this beautiful scallop edge, which hugs the curve of every single one of those ovals. And they're done in champagne diamonds. Stop it. 2.8 carats total. This one is set in 10 karat rose gold, another subtle design feature that I love, brings everything together with that rosy color. And we're starting out at $13.99. So we're starting out there, but let's see where we finish. And look at this. I mean, guys, that is just beautiful design perfection. On the hand, I've got a little dime right there. It's not even the size of a dime, but man, that packs a punch. That gets you noticed, and it's very elegant. I mean, it's not overly done. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm going to wear my orange hat, my purple pants, and get out there and just mix it up. Listen, I can get away with a lot now. I've got some birthdays, okay? People just were like, well, yeah, she is what she is. But I'm telling you, this is so chic, and it's so elegant, and it's such a wonderful sort of upscale, nuanced interpretation of that center stone, halo, but it's done in such a beautiful way. All right, let's talk savings. 14 times 25%, because this one is 25% off and it's free shipping, means you save $350, okay? Watch what's going to happen here. That takes it down to $1,050, and when we divide that by 5, that makes it $210 on budget pay. And it's set in 10 karat rose gold. You talk about a workhorse. And did you notice a little detail on the champagne diamonds? All of the prong work on the champagne diamonds is done with this very deep sort of champagne color on the rhodium. So you really have sort of that dyed to match kind of silhouette, you really don't even see the prongs. I mean, they really, look at this, they really just disappear. Look how smart that is. Isn't that pretty? And of course, you have some significant paperwork. You've got the Luxoro Legacy card, and it's going to spell out all the details. Now, this is not an appraisal, but this will give you a complete summary, including the item number where you bought it at. So if you're interested in a legacy piece, pieces that you're going to leave for down the line, eventually, not next Thursday, stick around with us for a long time, okay? But sometimes you buy a piece with that in mind. I never thought that way until I got to be a grandma. There's something happens in your mind at different stages of your life. You finish school, bam, your brain shifts into a different gear. You get your first job. Okay, you're a go-getter. You make that life partner decision, and now you're in a different mode. You get a promotion, you get a fancy car, you buy a house, you have your first baby. And I mean, everything, one of those milestones changes the way you see life. It changes the way things become important to you. You start to think of, gosh, what am I leaving behind? What is this? Where does this fit into my story? You think about living your life from the standpoint of the story that it tells. And when I look at a piece like this, I'm reminded, I've read thousands of emails from customers while we were doing the live TV shows, and there are a few that will stick out for me my entire life. And one of them was really important. It was from a lady who said, listen, I don't have a lot to spend, but when I'm shopping at Shop LC, I can still spend the same amount that I was spending, but I get more for my dollar. I thought that was so profound. And then another lady wrote in and she said, the thing about buying beautiful things from Shop LC is I collect them. And then when my girls, she was talking about daughters-in-law, nieces, granddaughters, all of this, the subsequent generations in her family. She said, when my girls come over and visit me, every time I take out a box of beautiful jewelry and I say, please pick something for yourself. And she said, in her email, she basically said, I love to see their reactions on their faces now, as opposed to, I could leave it to them in my will, and how am I going to enjoy that? But I thought, man, is that living in the moment? I thought that's such a great thing. I just really love that. So yeah, sometimes my perspective is a little bit different because I'm a grandma now. And that does change the way you see things for sure. But listen, you can't beat $210. And remember that $210, you're still not locked in. Your first payment buys you 30 days of quiet thinking time. You can get this home, make yourself a cup of tea, sit down at your kitchen table, and just have some fun. Have some fun looking over the details. Get out your loupe, your magnifying glass, and go through and just notice how much deliberate elegance and sophistication and beauty go into every single piece. And these are done in-house by our own team, our design team, our casting team, our assembly team, everybody. This is done in-house. That's why it has the Luxoro brand. This is a piece that we designed and built. We didn't farm this out. We did not entrust your heritage and your legacy with anybody else outside of our own talented teams. So think about that. Size 5 through, it looks like maybe size 10 are available. 210 on the budget pay. DJ, I don't know. I just think this is a really special piece.
That's really nice.
Now we have the pendant, right? So the ring is going to be shop 4. And is there some good news with this pendante?
Let's see.
Are you ready? You're not ready, I can tell you. So the ring is shop 4, okay? The ring is shop 4. And, yes! Okay. The ring and the pendant, and I'm going to try and put this on. The ring and the pendant are, let me just do it this way. The ring and the pendant are matching. And I mean it in every sense of the word. And by the way, we're going to include the chain, okay? So we got a chain included for you. But look at that. They are definitely sisters, right? Now, if you collect salt and pepper shakers, you know where I'm going with this one, DJ? Uh-huh. If you collect salt and pepper shakers, and they are cute little snowmen, or they're wonderful little Easter bunnies, or I had a pair that were cowboy boots, and the right cowboy boot got dropped and it went bye-bye. It's no longer a salt and pepper shaker set. It's just like the random thing. So when you have the opportunity to pick up sets, you at least want to give it a thought, okay? Because For us to go back and recreate this at a later time would not be possible. So think about it while you've got the sets. Now, here's what happens. Can you put the bundle deal? Can you show that on the screen behind me?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I want to show you something because this is so cool, and I get really excited about this because we don't have this as an option on live TV. So live stream, you guys got it going on, okay? Now, here's the thing. We just did the ring. Okay, so we did the ring at $13.99, and it boiled down to $210 on the budget pay. Let's see. Times 5. So that brought it down to $10.50. So the pendant is going to be it would be less than that. It'd be $100 less. So you would add $75. So 75. So what would be $10.50? So this would go down to, I think, $9.75 if I'm doing my math right. Okay. But forget that math. I got new math. Okay, new math. Oh my gosh, a phrase that strikes terror in the heart of parents and grandparents around the country every single school year. But this is good new math, I promise you. Because this is not good. This is not math. This is saving dollars math. It's the good math. Okay. So before the live stream discount, you're at $13.99 and $12.99. Now, anytime that there are pieces on the web that match, you can save an extra 10%. Okay, so they've added these two together, and instead of $26.99, your savings with the 10% off goes down to $24.29. And that's where the live stream magic gets a little wonky, okay? Because $24.29, I'm going to round up that penny. $24.30, I'm round it for easy numbers, okay? $24.30 for both of them. Now keep in mind, the retail on these is much more. So the retail is $8,000 and $6,500. Okay. So you bundle and save to get your 10% off. $24.30, right? Thank you. But now they're available for a limited time, 48 hours for the live stream audience. Okay. So $24.30, which already has 10% off, times 0.25%. That means you get an extra $607 off when you buy both of them. Okay? Minus 24. I love bundle and save, y'all. It's amazing. I can't even believe that. Okay. So instead of $24.29, okay, when you figure in the 10% bundle and save and the live stream 25%, for both of them, the price goes down to $18.22 for both of them. And then you divide that by 5, you're at $364.50. Are you kidding me? And that's interest free. No credit check, no qualifying, no cartwheels, no, as my grandmother would say, no stand on your head and spitting nickels. Although I'm going to have to look up the origin of that. I don't know what that originally meant, but it would be interesting to find out. Anyway, you're at $364.50 for both of them. And you lock it in right now. You're under no obligation. You've got a full 30-day money-back guarantee. I love that because, time is fleeting, right? I've said this before. I very rarely regret the things I do. Most often, my regret is I didn't do something. I left something undone. Those are the things that nag at you. Gosh, I should have. I wish I would have. Oh, why didn't I? We're hard on ourselves for the things that we regret doing. But that's just so pretty. Look at that. So that's the ring. That's the pendant. And together, they are just an absolutely beautiful piece. And listen, these look fantastic on anybody, any place, anywhere, anytime. The 20-inch chain is actually included in that. And I believe this is going to be, is this a 10-carat chain as well, I believe?
Let's see.
I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're basically throwing in a 20-inch, 10-carat rose gold chain on top of that. I mean, guys, it doesn't get any better. This is the Blush Tourmaline Natural Champagne Diamond Blush Bloom Pendant and Ring. And you can take them home both for a budget pay total of $364. That's not $364 each, mind you. That's $364 both. This deal is good for 48 hours. Get ready, get set, and go. And remember, if you're not sure, grab a quick screenshot while we're presenting them, and that will help your personal shopper write down the item numbers as we go. This is going to be shop 5 on the pendant chain combo. The ring combo is shop 4, but you can grab a quick screenshot of any of those, and personal shoppers will help you work out the details. I really hope you bundle and save. We have a little saying that we used to use, and DJ, don't take this the wrong way, but when I was working retail in Chicago, we called it man shopping. And if we had pieces like that came in, I would be on my card file, my Rolodex. I'd be calling people, hey, this came in. You might want to come take a look at it. Can I send it to you for approval? Because we had customers that would say, listen, this is the birthday. This is the anniversary. They would be like, just pick out something nice and send it, just pick out something nice and send it. And we send it by messenger. It would be not a big deal. But you've got 2 really fantastic gifts, which cover some really spectacular holidays. What are we doing with this on sale, Mr. DJ? Hey, Mr. DJ. 7 1/4 inches. Now this is 4.15 grams, but it's 2.35 carats, a significant chunk of beautiful tourmaline. I will tell you, as a stone sorter, somebody who has picked stones to put them in order for a particular ring or for a particular project, this is one of the most challenging gemstones to match. And these are all very large in size, very substantial. And look at that color matching. I mean, that is so pretty. Those colors match. I don't care how much light you put through those or on top of those. These are just noticeably well matched. I'm not kidding. And you know what? It's easy to see when something doesn't match. Isn't that odd? When something doesn't match, I mean, that one that's just a slightly bit different, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. And then when they all match so beautifully, you just say to yourself, oh gosh, whew, that's the way it should be. I mean, they should all be like that. They should all be so gorgeous. Now, this one has a new technology. I'm a gal who always, one of my secret wishes, one of my wish list items were always bangle bracelets, but I just can't wear them because I've got a big old paw and they don't fit. Bangles have to fit this, they have to fit across this measurement. And if your hands are kind of large, you have a very hard time finding bangles to fit. Well, this takes care of that. Look at the stretch on that. This gold is wrapped around memory wire. So you've got an opportunity to get this. Ladies, if your wrist goes up to even about 8.5 inches, I'm going to tell you can wear these. They are so comfortable and they're springy. You just wrap it around. And because the spring is from something else other than the gold, it's not going to wear out. But look at that. It just falls right into place on your wrist. It looks so gorgeous. Now, this is going to be 2.35 carats total. And yes, you can see that there's a little tiny halo of diamonds all the way around. It's really almost like a little snuggle halo because it doesn't break the connection of the solid green tourmaline across. But these have a little bit actually of a golden hue to them. So they almost have kind of a green gold color and they're very pretty. Very, very pretty. All right. Details on this one. This has, let me put this over here. Okay. This one has 10 karat yellow gold, AAA green Calabar tourmaline, and the Calabar mine is another one that's really been producing some stunning gemstones. Every tourmaline mine doesn't always produce all of the gemstones out there, but the Calabar mine is producing a lot of these beautiful sort of green gold colors, and they're just so vibrant. There's something, you look at these and you think, gosh, you look at these, I remember the first time I saw them, I thought, wow, is that a peridot? Because I just had never seen something that's got that level of crisp, sort of green golden color and that really beautiful clarity. Anyway, let's take a look at this. So the total carat weight there is, let's see, 2.36 carats. And I was looking to see if I could see the diamond weight on here as well. The diamond weight, there it is, 16 points of diamonds, 2.2 carats in the tourmaline, 18 points in the diamonds. Let's talk dollars, okay? I can see the print on that. All right, dollars. Now, Shop LC price on this has been $12.99. We're now down to the last in stock, probably single digits on this. So let's talk about a clearance price and then a live stream savings on top of that. And of course, you've got the 5 budget pays. And even though we're starting from clearance price, you still have a full 30 days. So let's take a look at $780. And let's figure out your 25% live stream savings. That's going to save you $195. Not shabby at all. Okay. There you go. That takes it down to $585. That is a breathtaking price. $585 divided by 5 payments is going to be $117. Talk about bracelet bonanza. I mean, this is gorgeous. Girl with the bob, girl with the red bob, you might want to think about this. I mean, I really love it, and I'm not kidding. You know, when I was a kid, when I was a little girl, wearing bangles to me, that was just like so amazingly exotic. But this technology is totally different. But also, you know, we have a lot of bracelets at Shop LC up to an 8-inch that fit an 8-inch wrist, and even some in the stainless steel collection that are 9 inches. So, I mean, if you are looking for bracelets, I'm going to tell you something. We've got it. And I'll tell you that as a person who loves bracelets. There's just something really magical about looking down and seeing it. You know, if you're wearing an earring, you don't see yourself wearing an earring. If you're wearing a necklace, you don't see yourself wearing it. But bracelets are sort of like instant gratification on repeat because they're just always there. I mean, this has got a really powerful color and presentation to it, and it's got that springy technology where you can seriously just worry-free wear. And look at the ends of it. I mean, it's really nice and smooth. You might want to think about giving it a try. You know, again, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just suggesting. We don't have a lot of these. There are some Modani pieces as well that have this kind of technology, but the budget pay on this puts it pretty much in the affordable range. It's $117. You lock in that savings, and that savings, instead of $156 on the budget pay, it goes down to $117. That's really a great deal. And you get, you know, just a beautiful, well-made piece. I mean, take a look at that color. Isn't that fantastic? Now listen, type in Shop 6, okay? And let me know if you get that, okay? And if you do, please go to Shop LC VIP page on Facebook and post a picture of yourself wearing it. I'm sure you're going to get rave reviews for first of all. DJ, how many do we have?
Let's see. This one we have 3.
Ooh, okay. We have 3. Now, we're going to have this this bracelet coming up a little bit later. This is a whole different thing. This is more of a traditional style. So this we're going to have in up to 8 inches. But when you get one like this that has the spring technology in it, oh my gosh, it's a game changer. It really is. You'll get addicted. You will. You'll be like, wow, who knew? It's like the first time I bought a vehicle with electric windows, and it's been recently. It's been within the last few years. I was a crank girl all those years, but it's a game changer. I mean, you just think to yourself, oh my goodness gracious, what's next? Sliced bread? Who knew? All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. $117 again is the budget pay on that, and it's going to be Shop 6. So do Shop 6. Get yourself over to the Shop LC website, and if there's anything there, you can do, you can take screenshots or whatever you need if you need to do a little extra research. But it's a great way to just, have some fun and do a deep dive. Okay. I just love that bangle, y'all. It's great. Crazy, crazy good. I'm going to put that there. All right. Now, this one, it just has a shine and a shimmer that is, I'm not kidding you. When I look at all these pieces on the table, and I have a really strong appreciation for any of these in the collection, because when you think about just what it takes for these pieces to form in nature, I mean, they're little miracles, really. I mean, you're talking about, for all intents and purposes, the only difference between the mineral tourmaline, and the gemstone tourmaline is it something that we find attractive? Is it something that survives the mining and the sorting and the cutting and the setting? If it survives all those stages and it retains its beauty, then all of a sudden it's no longer a mineral. It's a gemstone. So when you look at especially colored stones, the first and the last thing that people often consider when you're shopping for a colored stone is the color. And you're probably looking for a colored stone because you are looking for something different. You are looking for a different experience. You're looking for something that just hits differently. Your eyeballs, your soul, whatever it is, something that suits the person you're looking for, something that suits the event you're looking for, something different. I don't know what it is, but there's something about color that just captivates us. It mesmerizes us. And that's what tourmaline as a gemstone family does, because it's got so many diverse colors and nuance of color. So when you look at this is the Sunburst Halo, And that little octagonal emerald cut in the center is absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is kind of a member of the blush color, but let me just tell you something, and I mean this with all due respect. What I'm about to say is going to get me, it's going to be a discussion, okay? And I'm going to stand by it. I'm going to hold my ground. Because the minute that I saw this, one of the most, and you know, I don't like to always say this looks like that, but sometimes you just have to do that for a reference, okay? This, in all of the pieces I've presented, in all of the years that I've been in here, and we currently have pieces in the sapphire family that go through a really high-tech process that gives them kind of a podparasha color. But when I saw this, I said, oh my goodness, that looks like a podparasha pink. And if you look at it on the screen, it's got a little bit of a bronzy color, first of all, so that kissed by the sun color. But then it's got an almost indescribable blending of a peach and a pink together. So it's almost kind of a mimosa pink, if you will. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And again, the gemstone of 1,000 colors, I can guarantee you will never have this color again in stock because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm so glad that we're going to have a bundle and save for you on this. Now, the ring is going to be shop 8. The pendant chain combo is going to be shop 9. But think about this for a second before we go any further. These are in sterling silver, and you've got a blending of 3 prominent metals. The base, the main pieces are done in sterling silver. Then you get this beautiful, brilliant white sheen from rhodium on top of that. And then all of the area behind the natural yellow diamonds, not irradiated diamonds, okay? These are natural yellows, natural white baguettes. But all of this area underneath the yellow diamonds has golden rhodium on top of it. So you get all sorts of beautiful, brilliant peachy pinks on this one. If you love morganite or if podparasha sapphire is on your list of gemstones to own, when I pay off the car, when I pay off the house, when the kids are out of braces, when the kids are out of college, I mean, we give ourselves so many hurdles and so many challenges. And I get it. We live on a budget. How do we squeeze in a little bit of wonderful? This is a little bit and a lot of wonderful. So let's talk about just the ring, okay? And this is one 5-star review. Now, this is sterling silver. This is going to have the DeJoy logo. This is another one of those parcels that we procured and produced these pieces exclusively for our Shop LC family members, okay? Exclusively. So you're at $699, okay? Your budget pay right now is $400. So let's start at $700 because we're at $699.99. Going to round up a penny for simple math. $700. 25% means you're saving $175 just on the ring, okay? $175. Oh, wow. I'm glad I got something strong to hold on to. That brings you down to $525. It's stunning. I mean, this color is positively goo goo gaga amazing. Now we're sold out of size 9. We've sold out of size 10, which tells me we are down to last in stock on this one. Your budget pay goes down to $105. Okay, $105. Your budget pay was $140, but when you lock in right now with our live stream price and the live stream savings of 25%, your budget pay just saved you $35 for every single one of those budget pays. That's a steal. Now, we've got the pendant. So DJ, can we release the bundle and save? Okay, let's do it. Shop 7 is the ring. Shop 8 will be the pendant, and the chain is included. It's going to be yellow gold on top of sterling silver. It's 20 inches, so it's got a lovely drop on the neckline. Same price. So we started, same right, $699 for both? Or no, it was $599. Well, no, it was $699, right?
Yeah, $699 for both.
Okay, $699. So normally it would be $105 and $105 on your budget pay because they started out at the same price, $699, $699. So we worked backward from that. But we're going to rethink the math because before we do anything, we're going to put the bundle and save savings on the combo. So you get one of each, the ring and the pendant chain combo, and your price goes from $13.99 down to $12.59. Okay, so already you saved $140. Okay, but now we're going to take the live stream 25%, and we're going to start where the 10% bundle and save stopped. So we're going to take $12.60, and we're going to take another 25% off, which means from $12.60, which is where the 10% ended up, we're going to save you another $315. Oh, wow. This is about to get crazy. Which takes the price, if you want one of each, your total for one of each is $945, and we're going to divide that by 5 budget pays, which means you're at $189. Now remember, your budget pay before was $105, so that would have been $210 on the budget pay. Your budget pay has gone from $210 for both of them to $189 for both of them. That is how we save you lots and lots of money and give you an absolutely world-class gemstone collection here at Shop LC. And this is what I love so much about Shop LC. We can bring you pieces in. We've had pieces in platinum, we've had pieces in gold, and now we have pieces in silver. And if you had to tell me, if I just did an interview, man on the street, you would not know which was which. You would say yellow gold, white gold. You would look at those, each one of those, and you would say, I'm not sure. Yellow gold, white gold, I'm not sure. Okay? Look at that. 3 different styles, okay? 3 different Shop LC brands, 3 different value points, and all 100% affordable and put together to make sure that every shopper, every single time has access to beautiful collectible jewelry. I'm just saying, this is what I love. I just love the equal access part of it. All right, this is going to be Shop 8. The bundle and save is waiting for you. It'll show up automatically on the website. But remember, if you do bundle and save, when you get to the checkout station, you type in live 25, and you'll save an extra 25% and get the 10% on both and get the interest-free 5 budget pays as well. If you want to do Secure Shield, that's going to be waiting for you online, and you can easily see the details on Secure Shield. That's that extra warranty program that many of you have been asking us for quite a long time, and we finally got that figured out. Thank you for your patience. Love that you're enjoying that. And thanks for joining me. My name is Becky Booker, and I love sharing gorgeous gemstones at world-class deals with you here at Shop LC. That's what I get to do every single day. Okay, stop it. DJ, something's wrong here.
What's up?
This is 17 carats. Are we letting it go for $4.99? What is wrong with this picture except that dollar amount? This is called, I love the name of this, the Botanic Symphony. So, it looks like this beautiful multicolor laurel leaf, which just wraps around and then folds your wrist. We have it available in 6.5, 7.25, 8 inches, but it's going to be roughly, it's going to be roughly 17 carats. Okay. So and the carat weight will vary a little bit with the size, obviously, bigger size, more carat weight, but let me show you the closure here in just a second. Let me see here. Oh, I can't get this open, DJ. All right. Well, let me work on that in a second. $4.99. I don't know what that is. All right. You've got $2,800 is our start price. Now we're down to $4.99. Okay. So right away, you're going to save $125 right away. How many of these do we have?
For this one, we have about 16.
And that's across all sizes, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to save $125. Did I mention 17 carats of Tourmaline? Did I mention 17 carats? Anybody listening? Hello. That's beautiful. Let me just show you this. I mean, this bad boy is going to wrap around your wrist. This is one of those pieces that people will just be absolutely mesmerized by. Definitely has a strong sort of Art Nouveau kind of influence. Art Nouveau was that movement in the early 1900s where all the designers were very entranced with They're very enthralled with things that occurred in nature. And you saw Renee Lalique and Louis Comfort Tiffany and, many designers, big name designers all over the world taking in scenes of nature. You saw lots of critters and bugs and floral designs all over the place. And the way that you remember that is Art Nouveau has things from nature. So Nouveau and nature both start with an N, and you'll never forget it now. Okay, $4.99. You're at a budget pay. You're at a budget pay on this of $75, y'all. $75. Yes, and it's available in 8 inches. I look at this and I marvel at it. I mean, look at the size of these links. And look at the detail. You see the links? Each one of those links is its own little bouquet of gorgeous colors and incredible design. Isn't that pretty? And they've just got this beautiful multicolor presentation. So you're going to see pinks and golds and yellows and greens and sort of blue greens and all kinds of really fantastic colors in here. You see the yellows. You hardly ever see yellows in Tourmaline because of that secondary color. You just don't. This one is Shop 9. The budget pay is $75. And you definitely want to get in on this one before they're all gone because we don't have a lot of these to go around. So this one is going to be Shop 9. Full details on this available at shoplc.com, including a picture of the clasp and a 360-degree view on this one as well. We're talking about Tourmalines today, and oh boy, do we have the treasures for you. I'm telling you right now. Now, the live stream shows have really ramped up, so thank you all for supporting us. The live stream schedule is Monday through Friday. You've got a show at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., and then you have a show 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. That's Monday through Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 shows lined up for you at 10, 2, and 6. And then TikTok shows, just for the TikTok audience, at 12:30 and 4:30. All of those are Central Time, but if you can't catch us live, then catch us when you can, because you can always do a rewatch of the TikTok of the live stream shows on the website or on your app. Oh, gosh. I love the Tourmaline pieces. They're so gorgeous. Especially when you're talking about something like this, where you're talking about the multicolor pieces. I mean, these are so complicated to put together. And I'm going to show you the matching pendant with this, because it looks like we have another bundle. So the ring is going to be Shop 10, and that will make the pendant Shop 8. All right. And when you get back to the website to take a look at this, I mean, here's what I love. Now, this is one of the newer pieces in the collection, and you see it has the D on the back side. Yeah, that's for DeJoy. So we're literally stamping and branding these. So if you do decide to pass these on, you know the legacy of these pieces, and you know the importance of these pieces. Now, it looks fantastic on a finger, okay? But I appreciate that some of you will say, I can never wear that during the day because too busy, small children, what job won't let me, whatever. But I want you to look at how smart this design is. All of the gemstones are set right on top of the hand. And there's a little bit of elevation there, but not much. And you see that there's even a little bit of a curvature to the top. So it's designed to be very sleek while you're wearing it. Now, on the neckline, it's exactly the same piece. And boy, is it spectacular. The main color palette in this is going to be green and shades of green. And that in and of itself is remarkable. You've got some other warm tones in here with some of those beautiful bronzy pinks, some of those beautiful glowing yellows. And take a look at this. Think about this for just a second. You can see that you also have accent stones in there, and those are going to be white zircon. Now, this is where the size of the stones really comes into play. When we talk about calibrated sizes, it's like making sure that every tile in your bathroom is the same size. If it's a 4x4 tile and that's the footprint that you work on, you have to make sure that that gets repeated. Because if one is 4x4 and one is 4.5x4 or 4.25x4, all of a sudden that little bit of an extra, that minuscule change in size throws off the entire design, especially if you're using a design. And even if you're not using a design, you still have the places where everything fits together. The grout lines are all screwed up. So the sizing is really important in a piece like this that has so many stones added, okay? So take a look at this. you've got all of these beautiful pieces, and each one of these has a center. Look how playful that is. You've even got some lighter indigo-like colors. You've got some bronze honeys. You've got those dark mossy greens, and you've got some of those beautiful blushes as well. But here's the thing. Can you imagine what happens to that design if those stones are even 1/4 of a millimeter within the wrong size? It becomes a hot mess. And I'm not talking in a good way. I mean, it becomes something that throws off the entire symmetry of the piece. So when I look at a piece like this, my heart just glows because it makes me really brag on the team, first of all, that does the design, because this is really complicated. But it also makes me want to really brag on the team that executes the design, because these are very difficult pieces to put together. I mean, you're talking about stone setters that have to work with, magnifying headsets so that they can see the details and every little prong. I mean, the center, if you just look at the center piece, it's got a beautiful white zircon. It's got 6 little prongs that surround it. And those prongs are holding in the center, but they're also holding the points of each one of the tourmalines that make up the petals of each one of those flowers. So it's complex on top of complicated on top of, oh my gosh, I so don't have that talent. Whew. So, and when you type in shop 10, we'll take you back to the web page, and you'll get to see for yourself exactly how complicated it is. And there's another little detail. This is not just simply a little prong that's tapered off and finished off like a little claw on the edge. They have to go back in with a little, it's called a cup burr, okay? And it looks like a tiny little inverted cup, and you put it on top of the prong, and it goes wonk, 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 and it rounds it down, it smooths it out. So instead of just being a prong, which it is, the hardest working prongs in the jewelry business, okay? Instead of just being a prong, now it looks like somebody's come along and sprinkled pixie dust throughout the entire design with these little golden beads. So, I want you to fall in love with the stones for sure, but I don't want you to skip past the team that comes up with these inspired designs, the team that, does all the hard work and every one of the laborious and time-consuming and underappreciated steps behind the scenes to make the sketch from the piece of paper become an actual reality in your jewelry collection. It's a long process, and I just hope you appreciate that. Let's talk about how much money you're going to save, because this is going to be big. I believe there's a bundle and save about to happen in your future. Now, we're talking about $1,600 to start off with. There's 11.35 carats, 11.35 carats on this. And this is a piece that you might feel really super comfortable wearing in the center of your hand, because it definitely makes a statement, and it's perfectly okay to wear that. This might be the piece that you wear on your pointer. Maybe that's where it looks the prettiest. Maybe where it feels the most secure. But don't skip out on this. You need to get this home just to try it on. Now, $399. We're going to go to $400. Whew, you save $100. That takes it on to $300. Okay. $300 divided by 5 is a $60 payment. That's $2 a day. $2 a day. All right? And is the pendant the same price, DJ? We're going to check on the pendant, because I'm pretty sure that this is a big old bundle and say, this is a big old bundle. And you know what? Look at how complicated and how rich the design itself is. Yeah. Where these are the joy pieces. You've got you have gold over sterling silver, which makes it a vermeil mounting. Okay, the ring is going to be shop 10. The pendant chain combination is going to be shop 11. Okay. And is there a bundle? Is there a bundle? Yes. Okay, you're going to save 10% on the bundle and save. That takes it down to $720. That's good. That's good. I mean, you're talking about a huge amount of gemstone carry weight, and they're all sold waste. If you take the dollars spent and divide it by the carats that you're getting, just from the procurement standpoint, it's a phenomenal value. Are you kidding me? But this is not just buying a parcel of loose stones. These have been thoughtfully selected. They've been thoughtfully arranged. They're all beautifully set. These are finished pieces of jewelry. Okay, $720, which is where we are with the bundle and save. Now you type in Live 25, and it is a game changer. That saves you $180. Oh my gosh. That takes the price for both of them down to $540 divided by 5 budget pays. It's going to be what, $108? Yeah, $108. And that gets you the both of them. That's amazing. That's amazing. Take the bundle. Sorry. Got excited, DJ. I smacked the table. Scared myself. Take the bundle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's how we do it. Shop 11, shop 10. And remember, when you type it in below, you're not saying sold. What you're saying is, tell me more. And when you click that link that we send you back in the chat, it'll take you right to the Shop LC website, and you'll get to watch. You get all the details. There's a big photo album there. We've got a really great design team, and they do just a great job of trying to show you every single angle. But just for the record, let me show you this one, because you've got some really spectacular workmanship on that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, it is. All right. Chains included, by the way. Budget pay is $108, and that gets you both of them. That's amazing. Now, the budget pay before would have been $400. So the budget pay, let's just see. Okay, hold that thought. 108. I want to do something here. So if we do 400, if we do 800. Without the live stream, without the bundle and save, we just talk about everyday Shop LC pricing, your budget pay would be $160. Okay, and let's face it, you're talking about a heavy carat weight and a substantial piece. Can you imagine if you had a little gold silk cord and you just wore it like here as a little slouchy choker? Oh, that'd be so fantastic. Are you kidding me? And with fall clothes right now, this is perfect for fall colors. And it's got lots of pinks and yellows. So, this is really an all-season piece. Come on, it really is. All right, we're going to be moving on. Shop 11 and Shop 10, respectively. But the bundle and save is out there for you. So check it out. And don't be a stranger. If you'd like to drop me a hey, howdy, what you having for dinner, or where are you? Where in the world are you? I'd love to give you a shout out. Are you a live stream fan? Have you bought anything from live stream? You want to talk to me about your favorite Shop LC treasure? I'd love to hear from you. I really would. All right, and remember, you can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. But if you want to watch us on TikTok, we set aside 12:30 and 4:30. All right, so 12:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. Central Time for the TikTok shows. Now, I'm going to try and get this, and I can't. Oh, I did. Okay. I love this because you know why? It looks like a little barrel. It does. It looks like a little jelly roll cake. All right, $1249.99. Another very creative, inventive design, focused around something that you can say may be inspired by the Art Nouveau period. It looks like a gorgeous stained glass piece. If you would have come to visit me in Chicago, we've gone straight down to Navy Pier and checked out the stained glass exhibit down there, because it's just amazing. But this is not just stained glass, guys. This is all genuine earth mined gemstones from so many different places. And these don't all come from the same mine. These don't all come from the same parcel. This is a really difficult and challenging job for our design team, because they have to work in all parcels all around the place. You're going to see greens, you're going to see golds, you're going to see pinks and blues, you're going to see light and dark colors, you're going to see a full tourmaline rainbow in this ring, and it is gorgeous. 8 carats total. Now, you can get it in size 6 to size 10. Our everyday price on this is $229, which is pretty spectacular, okay? So we're going to take it to $230 because that saves me the punchy. And your 25% on that is $57. Minus 230, 172.50 divided by 5. This is just getting crazy. $34.50. I need this. And you know what? If you're thinking about a larger piece, ladies, this is going to be one of the pieces you consider. Why? Because there is zero height, zero elevation on this. This one is crazy. So easy to watch, so easy to wear. And Very smooth on the underside as well. So this one doesn't have an under gallery to speak of. This is a little bit different design. So this is a piece where the stone setters will take a small hand tool, and this piece on the top is basically one solid piece of cast sterling silver in that pattern. Then they'll take little tiny tools and they'll actually drill in openings for each one of those. That's called a seat. So they seat the gemstones, and because the piece has the tiniest bit of elevation, you never feel the bottom side of the gemstone. So the gemstones are suspended in the metal and they're locked into place with super teeny tiny prongs. You can see again, they've come back in with a little round tool and rounded off all the prongs so it's nice and smooth on the hand. And then, of course, they've tucked in some little sparkles here and there, wherever. But it just hugs your finger. It's and so easy for gloves. I mean, this is one of the pieces, if you're thinking about something for winter wear that you can just take off your glove and it's instantly fabulous, this is it, especially with the budget pay of $34.50. All right, this one is shop 12. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you have a certain favorite tourmaline, gosh, I'd sure like to hear from you. And let's see, I'm not sure if the earrings are going to be matchy-matchy or not, but we'll see what happens. Remember, we're just scratching the surface when it comes to what we do here at Shop LC. If you're brand new, the process, you may have never seen this before, okay? Maybe you watch all the time on TV, but you've never seen this before. Well, welcome aboard. We're stretching our social media connections and making new connections all the time. So please like, follow, and share. And while we're at it, remember, these prices are only good for 48 hours, by the way. So, yeah, that's the way we roll on the live stream shows. Now, these are going to be a leaf style earring. And if you're familiar with the Roman practice of wearing the laurel leaf, okay, symbol of top quality and all that kind of good stuff, this is going to give you sort of that same look and design. And there's definitely a right and a left. You can see over my head, there's definitely a right and a left. If you wanted to, you could flare these out on the other side as well. That would be great if you wanted to kind of hug your neck, hug your jawline. There's really no wrong way to wear them, that's for sure. But just take a look at that. I mean, that's a lot of color. These are going to blend beautifully with the ring we just had, the bracelet that we just had earlier, the botanical inspired bracelet. But if you shopped anything in the multi-tourmaline collection here at Shop LC, seamlessly will go right along with it because the colors all just fit so perfectly. These are going to be a little bit of a lighter shade, so not so much primary in the green, but you're going to see some other sort of bright sparkling colors with some pinks and some golds. You might see some lighter greens in this and some darker pinks as well, some that will almost borderline an orange. So the golden color is so amazingly saturated that it looks almost orangey gold or golden orange, but they're really, really beautiful. Now, let's talk about savings. Okay, first of all, they're $109.99. Which is crazy by itself for 2.75 carats. So let's take it to 110. Let's do that round up. 25% savings means you're going to save $27.50. Okay. And let's see how that budget pay works out. Brings it down to $82.50. And it might be a little bit different. I'm just rounding for the sake of time and simplicity here for figuring out every price. But I'll tell you something. That brings your budget pay down to $16.50. Can you imagine walking to the holiday party with this? I mean, if you're looking for an earring that's going to stand out on some of the stronger, richer colors that we start to wear at the holidays, there's a lot of sparkle, there's a lot of glitter, there's a lot of rich jewel tones, there's a lot of, red velvet and blue velvet and green velvet and sparkle velvet. There's all kinds of stuff happening now in fabrics, which is wonderful. But sometimes it can make it a challenge to find that earring. What kind of earring am I going to wear? And you can spend hours, looking through the little rolly racks and the fashion jewelry aisle and see nothing except a price point of about $100, because you could drop $100 in a department store on just fashion jewelry. That's the world we live in. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you, but you probably already know that's the world we live in. Fashion jewelry. We're talking no precious metal. We're talking no genuine gemstones. And we're talking your $100 is gone forever. At least get some good quality earrings from us here at Shop LC. That's a good looking earring. I mean, you can wear that with denim. You can wear that with a caftan. You can wear this with a hat. I mean, it's got so much. It's just got so many options. You have so many options. And really, why do you want to be locked into something that you can only wear one time with one thing and that's it? You know, that's no fun. Not at all. These just have fun and playful and diversity, fashion diversity built in. So get them while you can. And they're genuine gemstones. Seriously, listen, I've been in those weddings from time to time where, you know, you look how they blend. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, gosh, that is gorgeous. You walk into the holiday party wearing these, you sort of own the room. You really do. You really sort of own the room. I mean, yeah. $16.50 is the budget pay. These are shop 13. So thanks again for joining us on the live stream today. Thank you so much. That's a great deal, y'all. That's a really great deal. Okay. What's next, Mr. DJ? Hey, Mr. DJ. I just think that's in my head all the time, you know.
Yeah, I'll leave it.
Got a bracelet.
Poor DJ. I'm serious. You are the nicest young man. Oh, goodness. Heart and soul, for sure. For sure. And a big old heart, really and seriously. Absolutely fantastic. All right. Let's see. Now, coming up next, we have a gorgeous bracelet. And I was trying to see. Let's see. All right. I was trying to see here what we got because I just wanted to. I want you to. I'm serious. I want you to. Oh, here it is. Okay. Now, a girl with the red bob wrote in, and we were talking about bracelets earlier. Victoria, thank you as well. But now I'm a gal. where I forget where. Oh, it was the last Gem Fest, and I did a little seminar on sapphire, a little teaching seminar, and I had come from another event, or actually I had just wrapped up a live show, and normally if I'm not working in the studio, I'm just covered up in beads and bangles and just all kinds of stuff. Because I just love them. And I love bracelets. So it's not uncommon. Everybody makes fun of me. They have for years. Oh, here she comes with all those bracelets. How many do you have? 12 dozen? 12 dozen dozens? Why think part of your arm is still showing? You need a bracelet. There's like no mercy. But this is the bracelet that we did earlier. Okay. And now you can see the one that we're doing, which is the more traditional tennis bracelet. Okay. And now let me show you the ring. So we did that. Okay. And let me show you the earrings. Now, if you walked into a regular retail store, and you said, I'll take that one and that one and that one and that one. First of all, that's like a panic attack for me right there. This one and this one and that one and that one. That's just like automatically a panic attack. But you've got that option here at Shop LC, and there's no panic. There's just this deliberate, wonderful sentiment that, you know what? I got a great deal. That's how we roll. I got a great deal. All right, let's talk about this one. Now, this one is available in 6.5, 7.25, and 8 inches. And this is a classic inline or single line tennis bracelet. And of course, the tennis bracelet earned its name because Chris Everett lost her diamond tennis bracelet in a match, I don't know, somewhere back in the 80s, and she stopped the match to find the bracelet. It's been called a tennis bracelet ever since. It's not that there were line bracelets before the tennis incident, but somehow we still call it a tennis bracelet, which is fine, but it's an interesting concept. But this is an inline bracelet, and that means all of the stones all line up like beautiful a little choo-choo train of brilliance, okay, and color. Moissanite. But would you look at the color? Yes, please. Beautiful colors. Now, every bracelet, and here's the thing I love about this, every bracelet is not exactly necessarily the same when it comes to the selection of colors. They're all going to be in that same pinky, golden, bronzy, golden category. And green. Okay. And green. But they may not all be exactly the same. And I love that because it means that you get a piece that's true and true a unique combination. It's the line bracelet is a classic silhouette. You see it, you know it, you've seen it. Like, okay, I know what that is. That's a tennis bracelet. You just know it. But to be able to vary the colors all up and down along the way is really remarkable. And if you look at this has a little bit of a longer than average closure. You know what? My fingernails are not working today, y'all. Oh, there we go. Part of the manicure conundrum. There we go. So this has a closure on it that we call an insert box clasp. So you can see this little piece is called the tab or sometimes the tongue, and it fits into this little piece, which is called the box. And you can see right there. And then the two little bumps on the side are where you fold the safety closures over. So it's really, you can wear a piece like this. And I've worn pieces like this on many trips, extended trips, and not had a minute worth of trouble with them at all. But they're beautiful. The safety closures are seriously the saving grace on this because they make it so easy and worry-free to wear them. This one is going to be shop 14. Now, in the 6.5-inch length, you've got 9.15 carats total. That's the Tourmaline and the moissanite. And you can see that there's a substantial amount of color here. So let's talk about the savings. You're going to save $100, okay? There are 2 reviews. That's it. But they're both 5 stars. So get yourself to Shop LC right now and check it out. This is going to be Shop 14. Type that below. We will send you the link from the Shop LC website, and you'll get all the pictures, all the explanations, all the details right there, including the sizes of the stones, the number, the count. And remember, this is an all-around bracelet. There is no gaps in the color. So this will vary in carat weight depending on the size bracelet that you need, but they're all the same price. 9.15 carats is the smallest carat weight. The smallest, okay? So $400, 25% off means you save $100. That means it goes down to $300, and then divide that by 5. That's a $60 budget pay. That means $2 a day. $2 a day. And listen, we already stacked up the entire multicolor tourmaline pieces just in this show. This is a gemstone that is so much fun to shop for because it's with this level of color and this many possibilities, you just have the ability to stack this with so many playful things. I mean, if you wanted to look at this, for example, and you said, okay, tell me something I can wear this with that's not tourmaline. I look at this and I immediately think grandidiorite, pink sapphire. I would wear this with Madeira citrine. I would wear this with chrome diopside. I would wear this with just about anything, any place, anytime. Yellow scapolite. I would wear this with yellow, just anything yellow. Seriously, yellow diamonds. And the same true for this one as well. I mean, you've got some really rich, intense colors in there. And when it comes to styling this with your wardrobe, not only other gemstones, but all of your clothing as well, you have so many options. You have so many options. And that's what having the multicolor pieces do in your wardrobe. They just give you another option. They just give you another option to be the wonderful individual that you are. So I hope you check this one out as well. $60 is the budget pay. That boils down to $2 a day for 5 months. Remember, budget pay here is not a credit card. There's no interest. You make the first payment of $60. We're going to ship it out, and we're going to hold on to that balance for the next 4 months. By the time January rolls around or so, you've got this almost paid for, and that's another great level of freedom as well, because you're not facing that terrible holiday hangover of, gosh, what did I do? Look at my charge card bills are coming in now. What was I thinking? So budget pay is a very practical thing. And it's really something that you should think about. It really and truly is. Other options behind the scenes with the live stream dream team, the personal shoppers, are at 888-835-2237. So jump in there. Any questions whatsoever. This one is going to be Shop 14. Type that below. We'll send you a link to this. And when you get to the Shop LC website, you can capture the item number. You can capture all the details, and that gives you everything that you need to know if you want to have any conversations with that personal shopper team, or just go straight to checkout. I mean, put it in your cart, check out, and be done with it. Get all of that extra savings. Most of these items, I think all of them have the Secure Shield option as well when you check out. So if you love having a little bit of extra security and you want that extra warranty, check out the Secure Shield option. It will show up when you check out at shoplc.com. All right, we're moving and grooving, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We're talking about tourmalines today, and it's such an amazing family of gemstones. They're rich, they're colorful, they're vibrant. There's so many nuances and so many different shapes and colors. It just makes it super easy to find something that's incredibly wonderful and difficult and unique and difficult to find, honestly. Okay, now this one. Oof. Okay. Let me get my notes together on this one, because if you look at this on the screen, we've got a Golconda green coming up. And I want to tell you right now, this as a gemstone, if you are a collector, if you are a connoisseur, this is one that I'm just going to step right over into granny mode right now. You should definitely not think twice about this one. I mean, get it in your size while you can. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, this is going to be... I believe this one is Luxoro. Let me just double check. Is this Luxoro? Yes. Here we are. Yes. And this is in 10 karat yellow gold. Now, the center stone, this one has an appraisal too, my friends. The center stone is 2.76 carats. This is a color that is so unique. In all the years, and one of my regrets in gemstones is actually that I didn't buy more Pataiba tourmaline. But what did I know? I mean, I was a student at GIA. It was 1980-something, 1989, early 90s. And I thought, well, that's interesting. It's going to be around for a while. I'll wait until the same thing. I'll wait until I get into my apartment. Wait until, Jeremy joins me. Wait until I get, wait. For what? If you wait, the only thing that happens when you wait is you miss the opportunity. That's what happens when you wait. That's where you have regrets. I had some notes about this one, so hold on. Let me just check that really quickly. But in the meantime, I want you to just look at that green. Now, remember, that green, wait until you see this. Type in shop 16 down below and get to shoplc.com right now so we can do kind of a follow along, and you're going to love this one. This, I want to know if you've ever seen anything like this, because this is such a rare color. There's something about this electric green that just makes it stand out. When I remember the first time I saw these, I thought it was a peridot. I mean, I really thought it was a peridot, because the green is almost, and this is an unusual word to use for color, but the color is almost tart. I mean, it's so lime green. It's so chartreuse. There's such a blending of those two colors that you look at that color and you think, if I thought, well, okay, that's got to be a peridot. And then I thought, well, somebody said tourmaline. And I was like, no, that's not a tourmaline. That's an unbelievable color. We are so blinders on in this world of gemstones. We sort of think along the same lines. It's always this, it's always this, it's always this. The truth is there are these little pockets of interesting discoveries that happen all the time. You don't get this kind of service. You don't get selection, quality, quantity. You don't get this in a big box store. You want same old, same old. You want another batch of the same old cookies, you go to the same old bakery, right? When you want something unique and something treasured and something wonderful and something amazing, something jewelry gourmet, this is where you come, my friends, because we managed to get our hands on this parcel, and it's an absolutely unbelievable thing. Now, the Golconda, these come from Minas Gerais, Brazil, and they are, in my mind, they're as important to a tourmaline collection as Pataiba tourmalines were in the 1980s, because there's just something so amazingly vivid. I use the word tart, but you probably should use the word vivid. But I just want you to think of that in that term. I want you to think outside the jewelry box, okay? The center stone is 2 3/4 carats, and it's a beauty. I mean, it's really, really gorgeous. We could have actually set this in platinum and charged probably 2 or 3 times for this, because it is so unusual and so rare. Now, you've got diamonds on the side. So very traditional diamonds with the baguettes on the side, double baguettes, and then all the way down the side, little micro prong set with shared prongs. You've got all full cut diamonds, okay? This is a Luxoro piece. So you see the Luxoro stamp here, and it's going to be Luxoro in 10 karat yellow gold. Tourmaline is 7, 7.5 on the Mohs scale. Put this on your hand and wear it. I can guarantee you nobody else will have anything like this. If you wanted to find anything like this, good luck. I mean, go to New York, do an internet search. You just do not find this intensity of color. Now, color is one thing, But releasing the magic of the color is all up to the gemstone cutter. And these are spectacular. The crown and the pavilion all match together. All of this that you're seeing, this is light play. You're literally seeing the lens of the photography team trying to capture light as it moves through this stone. It's spectacular. GH color diamonds, beautiful pieces all together, and so rare and so exotic. This now when you think Minas Gerais, you really don't think tourmaline. You really think emerald. At least I do. If you have been doing jewelry for a while, but there's just something so amazingly wonderful about them. And not only are they these beautiful, incredible, vivid colors, but are you seeing any clarity details? No, they are clean on the inside. And this is a large stone. I mean, you're not seeing any inclusions in there. You may see a few, and that's okay, because that's what tourmaline is. I'm not upset about seeing inclusions in tourmaline. But when you don't see them, oh my gosh, it's just such a game changer. It's just such a game changer. I'm not kidding you. We could easily have charged double for this. Easily. And I'm not convinced that any luxury retailer has this in any size or quantity. It's stunning. If you're a gemstone collector, and I don't mean to boss you around or spend your money, but I'm just slipping over into like I'm your granny gemstone advisor at this point. If you're a collector, you got to get this. Okay. Now, I'm gonna share with you the appraisal. Okay. I think the appraisal is very conservative. The appraisal is almost a year old, by the way. But here's the thing. When you talk about, I'm going to do the price first. Okay. Our everyday price is $19.99. We're down to $15.99. So already $400 to the good in your pocket. Okay. So you've got $400 that you didn't even spend. So we're down to $15.99. It's going to save you $400. That's respectable. On top of the $400 you've already saved, because now we've got clearance on the live stream 25. So let's just do that. $1,600. I can't even believe that. Brings it down to $1,200. Now you have a chance to budget pay, which is great. So instead of your budget pay on a clearance for this at $320 is a steal. But now you're saving $80 on every single budget pay. You lock it in today at this live stream show price. It is good for 48 hours. But when you lock it in today, you make that first payment at $240. That's your budget pay. Every other budget pay, and there's only 4 of them, is also $240. I can't even. I mean, look at that color. That's amazing. Okay, now here's the appraisal. Now, if you look at, this one has the little button where you can go and view the certificate, okay? And I want to say this about an appraisal. An appraisal is a third-party explanation of what it is and what it's worth in that moment. But values change, okay? When I first saw Paraíba tourmaline, it was about $50 or $60 a carat. So if I would have had an appraisal on my I have 3 little Paraíba tourmalines, and they're so tiny. If I would have bought those then, had them appraised then, back in the 80s, they would have appraised for one value. But in today's world, where the mine is closed, there's not much production happening, and the color is so distinct and so unusual and so one in a kind, once in a lifetime. In today's world, those same tourmalines in some sizes go for as much as $10,000 a carat. So what I'm trying to say here without saying it is, this could be a conservative appraisal, and this is not a big source, okay? So if this source ever goes boots up and they're all done, you know what's going to happen. The other thing that's right now working so big in your favor is this is really an obscure stone. We've had emails from people who will write back in and say, I took and it'll be something obscure. It's not the regular ruby, emerald, sapphire, amethyst, citrus. It's not the regular thing. Garnet, something otherworldly. They've taken it into the regular mall jeweler and said, can you appraise this, or what is it? And the person behind the counter says, oh, that's fake. That's not real. And shame on them because they don't know their product, okay? They don't know the product. It's so easy in today's world to reach out and to figure out what you have, okay? But what I'm trying to say, and again, I'm trying to say this in as nice a way as possible. I'm trying to be so non-snarky, even though my mind is like, yeah, give them the business. What I'm trying to say is this right now is a ground floor opportunity. That's what I'm going to say. This is a ground floor opportunity to own a gemstone that you don't see this routinely across history, okay? You don't see chrome diopside across history because it's new. You don't see Wallow Opal across history because it's new. There's so many gemstones, color change garnet. I mean, we have so many things in today's world that 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago would have been unheard of. And if you're not in the know when it comes to gems and jewelry, or you're not connected to somebody who can teach you, then you don't know. And what does that mean? It means missed opportunity, and there we are, right back with regret. I would tell you to get this home and drop it in your safety deposit box and wear it if you're a collector, and save it if you're a collector. If you're a person who really, really treasures rare and exotic things, I'm going to say just get it because that's an unbeatable price. The appraisal is right now at $5,500, and I would not be surprised if this goes up significantly over the years because this is not a huge outcropping of these stones. They're incredibly uncommon. The color, the saturation, the brilliance, the clarity, everything about these just to me is screaming, get it now. Get it now before the whole world wakes up and discovers them. So definitely don't want to miss out on that. Okay, that one is going to be shop 16, and there's one more look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's really, really adorable. Go back, and that's a significant size, 2.75 carats, I think, in the middle, and the diamonds are stunning. I mean, that's a super classic mounting. If you've got that in your collection, you're a collector. You're nerding out. You're geeking out. You're a rock hound. Yes, you are. You're no longer a rock puppy. You are a full-on rock hound if you got that one, okay? And smart. I'm serious. So smart. Okay. Coming up next, Blush Tourmaline. And again, this is the one that I really compare very much to a Podparaja Sapphire because it's this beautiful blending of like the pinky pink and the orangey orange. It's a very subdued but still feisty kind of color. It's kind of a firecracker color, if you will. So don't miss out on this one. Okay, let's give you the details. This is a Luxoro piece, so it's in rose gold, and I believe it's 10 carat. Let's check the details. Yep, 10 carat, AA blush tourmaline, 12 champagne diamonds, and you also have white diamonds for a total of, let's see, total of 1 carat. So very substantial on that as well. And beautifully done. Again, not the same, variation on theme. And that's exactly what you want. You want something that sort of gives you a recognizable profile, but it's not exactly the same. I love that our design team does that. Now, right now, it's $11.99. Okay. Your live stream savings is $300. That takes it down to $900, and then we're going to divide that by 5 budget pays. It's $180 if you lock it in right now. $180. We've got 6, 7, 8, and 9. The gram weight here is going to be 3.66 grams, and this is in 10 karat rose gold. This is not, rose gold vermeil, which is rose gold on sterling silver. You're looking at full on rose gold and about 3.5 grams of it as well. Remember, gold is a big deal right now. It's right around $3,800 an ounce, and who knows where it's going to stop. A lot of people are saying $4,000 an ounce is not far away. So when you're getting pieces that are set in gold, that's a whole other layer of value and longevity for value that you get built into every single piece. But it's a beautiful piece, and it combines the champagne diamonds. Again, the prongs are tipped with the darker rhodium. And here you can see you have this long linear placement for the baguettes. Again, something very different than that classic angel wing design with the baguette spanning out on either side. This is sort of like, some people call it angel wings, but when I see it all done in baguettes like that, I just think it's sort of like jazz hands for jewelry. I don't know. I just like that. Okay. It's $240, but not today. It's $180 on the budget pay. $180 on the budget pay, and you do get the legacy card that goes along with it. Okay, so this is not an appraisal. This is just a legacy card. So jump in and get that. And I don't know if an appraisal is an option. You can always talk to Personal Shopper about that. 835-2237. Okay. So I love that. Remember, we have a lot of options behind the scenes as well, including PayPal credit. And Secure Shield is also available on that one as well. So really, really great. And there's the number for the personal shopping live stream dream team, 888-835-2237. Wow, I can read it backwards, TJ. All right. Woohoo. Alrighty. Okay. Now, this is a pretty one too. Tourmaline is a favorite, and I think because there's so much nuance of color in this gemstone family, it's just something that really captures your imagination, because every single piece is so different. It's one of those gemstones that is just so joyful. I mean, there's just so much color. Premium blush again on this one. Now, this one is done in 10 karat rose gold and 10 karat white gold. So look at this combination. You've got a white gold band, which holds all the diamonds and gives them a little extra sizzle and brilliant white rhodium behind. And then right around the tourmaline, you've got this beautiful setting that's all done in rose gold. And don't I think those two colors work so well together? I mean, it's a smart design nuance, but it's definitely a challenge for the design team because they've got to come back in and they have to make these two blend seamlessly. There has to be a stopping point and a starting point, which you can see if you look at the photographs. But this is luxuriant. So these are all lab-grown diamonds. So you get that beautiful diamond sparkle because these diamonds the cutting, even on the smaller stones, is just absolutely incredible. Beautiful precision cutting, which releases all the brilliance and all the sparkle that diamonds naturally have. Now we have some half sizes available, but we're starting out at $1,200. So let's take a look at how this little magic piece is going to happen. $1,200 times 25% off means a $300 savings, which means it goes down to $900. And we're going to divide that by 5. Oh, hold on. 900 divided by 5. Your budget pay is we're back to 180. Free shipping on every item in the show today. And if you have any questions, please reach out to the live stream team at 888-835-2237. DJ, I feel like there might be a bundle and save on this one, or is that just my imagination? I thought we had.
No, not quite. It looks similar, but no.
Okay. Well, we had a piece on the Night Owl show not so long ago, and I thought that might look the same. Oh, no, it's there.
Oh, is it?
Well, okay. Now, so here's the thing. We don't have that pendant in the show, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, we don't. It looks similar.
Okay. There is a matching pendant behind the scenes, and there is a bundle and save waiting for you. Now, choose Shop 17 on this one, okay? And if you love the bundle and save option, I'm going to give you some insider advice here, okay? Go back to right now, type in Shop 17 because we don't have the pendant. We don't have the pendant in the show lineup today. Type in Shop 17. Go back and see this on the web and scroll down to bundle and save. Grab a quick screenshot and reach out to the personal shopper team and say, hey, can I bundle and save and use Live 25? You might want to just give it a try anyway. I'm just throwing that out there. That's what I would do. I'd be like, let me see if this code works. I'm going to type it in. I would try it. And then if it doesn't work, then I'm going to call personal shoppers. That's what I would do. All right, there you go. And remember, when it has luxuriant in the band, that's telling you forever and always, that those are lab-grown diamonds. And I love it. I mean, it gives you an opportunity to you get a visual upgrade. Because if we had to resort to normal earth-grown diamond on here, they would be what we would normally call commercial quality, which is not that big of a deal when you're talking about smaller accent stones. But it does, a lot of inclusions in I1, I2, and I3, those do make the stones look a little cloudy. It does change the way light goes through the stone. It does change a lot of things about the diamonds themselves. So if you put, I2, I3 next to something that are set with these that are SI clarity, it's night and day. And you don't know until you know. So yeah, just say, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of chatter right now on social media about, lab-grown diamonds and GIE's doing this and blah, 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 blah. Listen, here's my take on it, okay? I remember back in the days when I was a kid, and we had the family station wagon, and it had crank windows. And there were some times when my dad would say, we're going to drive for gas mileage and we are not going to use the air conditioner. That was considered a luxury. We had 460 air conditioning. That means we roll down all four windows and drive 60 miles an hour. That was air conditioning back then. In today's world, well, and having, power windows in a car back then was just a mind-blowing luxury. So expensive. You would never think in our generation putting that in the family car. Just wasteful. No. Too much money. In today's world, you don't hardly ever see a car that even has anything other than power windows. And it's not that the affordability factor has changed. It's not that people can afford to pay high prices for electronic windows. The thing that changed is the technology. And the technology made electric windows more affordable. So it's gone from something that was an outlandish luxury to something that's just an everyday thing. Why wouldn't you have electric windows with the automatic on the driver's side so I can order my breakfast taco home much faster? I can push the button, easy, okay? Push the button, goes up by itself. So here's what I want you to think about when you're thinking about diamonds, okay? And I want you to think about your buying power. I want you to put yourself in the center of the diamond discussion, okay? And I want you to ask yourself, if I could buy any diamonds in the world, if money were no object, I'd buy the Hope diamond. I'd buy the whatever it was. You run down the list of, big expensive diamonds. If you're a diamond fancier, I love diamonds. I think they're amazing. For many reasons, not just jewelry. But in today's world, what's happened is growing them in a controlled environment like that, you start off with a head start when it comes to color, cut, clarity. You start out a head start ahead of the game. So don't knock them till you tried them, because I'm a graduate gemologist. I'm a GIA in-house trained graduate gemologist with 2 years of teaching experience, and my skill at GIA was teaching diamond grading. And I'm telling you that lab-grown diamonds are a game changer for the pocketbook. I own them. I own Earth Mine diamonds, and I love them both. There's a place for both of them in your jewelry box, okay? So think about them. And let me know. My name is Becky Booker. You can find me on my host page here at Shop LC. And I do respond to instant messages, direct messages on my personal Shop Facebook page as well. And it's me in a long green dress standing next to a tree. And if you want to know about the tree, I'll tell you. You have to ask, okay? But yeah, so that's it. I could get on the lab grown diamond soapbox and be there for hours and hours, but I won't do that to you because it's almost 8 o'clock, okay? All right. Now, this is an Arkanga Tourmaline, and you're going to notice, again, beautiful brilliance, but let me show you this one, okay? When you compare it to the Golconda piece that we just had, where are you, you little treasure, you? Where are you? Oh, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, here it is. When you compare the two, you see the difference? The Golconda has this secondary kind of golden sheen to it, and the Arkanga is going to have a little bit more of almost kind of a very subtle sort of bluish undertone. It's a cooler green, okay? This one is going to be shop 19, so jump in and grab this one while you can. This is a AAA Arkanga Tourmaline. These are Earth Mine diamonds, okay? They're beautiful. I1, I2, and your savings on this is going to be huge. We're going to end the show with clearance on sale. So we're going to talk about $920 times 25%. That's $230 off of our clearance price. Off of our clearance price. Minus 920. $690. $690 divided by 5. That takes your budget pay down to $138. Beautiful double layer of scallop design. Each one of the diamonds has 4 prongs. So classic 4-prong setting. And there's just the tiniest little bit of space, just spacing them out, giving you more room, and that sort of dahlia, sort of dinner plate design. They're very, very beautiful. This is available in 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, and it's set in, is it set in gold? It is a AAA grade. Oh, here it is. Now, do I have the appraisal on this? I don't think I do, but you can view it online, I think, at shoplc.com. All right, it does come with the Luxoro card, 22 points of diamonds, and the center stone is 1.42 total, so the center stone is going to be about 1.20 carat. So a nice big chunk of one of Mother Nature's most colorful gemstone families. And the greens lately from any location, especially the Golconda pieces, have been absolutely spectacular. Spread your wings, my friend, and see what the Tourmaline family can do for your jewelry collection. If you have any questions, okay, please reach out to the Shop LC live stream dream team at 888-835-2237. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, my friends. I'll be back on the live shows Friday morning at 2 a.m. And in the meantime, live streams are happening here Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 2, 6, and 8 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, they're at 10, 2, and 6. And the special TikTok show every single day at 12:30 and 4:30, Monday through Friday. All right, guys, thanks a bunch. Have a wonderful evening. And again, thanks so much for picking up some of these great Tourmaline values here at Shop LC. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.